Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bears will boot it away to start the game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll... Line gets set, first down. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He looks that one in nicely.
And I think if you're on defense here, you've got to be alert, right? Are they going for it here on 4th down? Does your defense have to be on the field ready for that? Might they line up in a punt formation and try to fake it potentially? You could see that. You know, there are a lot of coaches early in games that are willing to take big risks. So bells and whistles have got to be going off if you're on defense right now.
They'll run the option.
That bitch got that off.
At the 45 on its way. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching. You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. Uncorks one. He's got it.
So bad, Woody.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
From the gun to give, looking for room. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
Razor. Cricket. Arrow. Unlock. Roll it.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal.
Cut. Left.
The option look. Now the toss. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Mustangs.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. First down here for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Ready up.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking downfield, it's Delgado. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This offense has a 2nd down play. Snap it to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Delgado. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, SMU 7, Baylor 0.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And
Go, nigga.
Take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Baylor, number 10, with the grab and the score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits the uprights. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give him a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on first down. The snap sets up the throw. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on second down from the 13. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes. And when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Quarterback will audible. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Throwing right. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play and they'll move the chains.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Mustangs are flying down the field. Running behind that left side. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Let's it fly. Working on the right. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, wants to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, SMU! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Delgado. Scrambling away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
I like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. Turns it loose. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Bears decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On the option. Now the toss. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and short now from their own 48. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 4th down, going to the air. On the move, he fires. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains. And when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, Grimmer making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Goes to the option. The pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Caught over the middle. It's Amatova. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. They'll run it from the gun. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Works the middle of the field. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It is perfect.
That makes the score.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mustangs will kick it off to start the 2nd half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Delgado. Looking for a huge play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He makes the connection. Got room at the 35. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Still on his feet at the 45. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
They're going to ride this running back. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
And the Bears have pushed it inside the 20. On the move. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that
Touchdown, Baylor! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Number 87.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
On the option. He'll toss it. Hey, midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
And that is another first down for the offense.
On the ready. Cut it, cut it. In blue.
Quarterback checking off.
Gaucho, gaucho, gaucho.
Trying to find his man on first down. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Black 24. Hey, longer. Squirrel, squirrel.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Belly stutter. Get set, get set.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Gorilla, gorilla.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Got it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Ready up.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line.
Yep. Hawk, hawk.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Up 9. Coming up, 4th down.
This offense is aggressive on fourth down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field.
3:25.
Wide out in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Now on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal?
Now second and goal. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Baylor 17, SMU 14.
On the set.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Razor.
On the option. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is third and goal. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Mustangs! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown and, more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Oregon has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 21 over Ohio State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Delgado. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
And that's back-breaking. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play, but the defense came up big in a big moment.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And now on 2nd down for this offense.
6-9-1, Gator score.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
Terrier. Arrow.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Pressure coming. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the middle. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young...
Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. The corners are walked up tight. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
They're getting this guy lathered up. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now they're going to throw it. Going downfield for the big play. He caught it. Touchdown, Bears! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Number 10.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Belly stunner. Gaucho. Jackrabbit. Gaucho.
Receivers telling the quarterbacks what they see. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Motion from the offense.
Gorilla.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll fire to his right. Snags it! And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now. This offense needs to get some points. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, SMU! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And he added the extra point. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage like that, now you're able to attack and try to get a touchdown on this drive.
I can't wait to see next, Reese, if this offensive coordinator and play caller decides to keep his foot down on the pedal and maybe take another shot now that they're in the red zone.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Delgado. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires on the move. Caught near the sideline. It's Tamatola.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
The clock is relentlessly working against them. Down 4. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going.